Amy's pile of stories is next. What's over there?
I mean, there's a real life Breaking Bad situation that went down, and Bobby, you might know the people.
I don't. I saw the story. I don't know them.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Just want to say that again. Yeah. They're from somewhere I spent a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll talk about that coming up in a second. Also, Forbes put out the highest paid country stars. Who do you think's number one?
Luke Bryan?
It's a good guess. Who else in the top 5?
Garth Brooks?
Okay, go ahead.
Toby Keith?
Okay, those are our 3. Luke Bryan, Garth Brooks, and Toby Keith. You think 3 of those are in the top 5?
One of them sells more merch than the president makes in a day.
That's Toby Keith.
Or a year.
That's true. We'll come back and get to both of those on the way next.
So 2 Arkansas chemistry professors from Henderson State were arrested for accusations that they were allegedly making meth. So real life Breaking Bad going down with 2 professors, 40 years old and 45 years old.
I mean, you had to see that show and go, well, times aren't going good for me either.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there's a drug problem there. I grew up there. I mean, I went to school there. So if you have the skills and you need the money and you're brave or stupid, one of the two, you're right there. People in the building were smelling it.
Yeah,
Crazy.
back in early October, there was a weird smell, an undetermined chemical odor. And when they researched it, they could tell what the odor came from. And that's what's commonly used to make meth.
Oof. I just wonder because there are 2 of them. There are 2 professors, right?
Yes, and they're both grown 40 years and 45 years old.
Well, I would expect that to be. Like the fact that they're adult, I imagine they would be adults. But I'm saying one of them had to go to the other with that question of, hey, you want to make some meth?
Yeah, that's
like
awkward.
One of them has to take that risk of exposing that he has thoughts of making methamphetamine. Mm-hmm. And the other one's like, why not?
Or he could be like, no way, dude, you're crazy.
No, but I'm saying they did. The other guy got lucky. The guy was like, Ben, I'm glad you brought that up.
I pictured it one day, one of them being like, oh, man, I got some bills to pay. I can't. And one of them freaking out about money. And the other one already had the idea. And he's like, hey.
Oh, you've built this story in your mind.
Well, I just thought you got to be kind of desperate to, Heisenberg, the professor from Breaking Bad, he was desperate. He had cancer. There was bills, there was lots of stuff. So he was desperate. And so that's what I pictured. It was a desperate situation. But then since there's 2 people, the other guy had the idea, told the desperate guy, I got a plan.
I picture another guy going, you think we can make meth? Is that possible? We could just goof around? And he's like, yeah, why not? And then all of a sudden they make one piece of meth.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. What else?
Well, here's a legal way to make some money. If you would like to get paid $1,000 to watch Hallmark Christmas movies. So CenturyLinkQuote.com is accepting applications for you to watch 24 Christmas movies in 12 days. That's what you have to do to get picked. So make sure you've got that on your calendar. But the application deadline is Friday, December 6th. So get it in there, and you could win $1,000 and Christmas cookies, hot cocoa, a streaming service subscription, all kinds of stuff.
It's just 2 movies a day, and they're about an hour each, so that's not like having to spend the night watching 100 movies.
Yeah.
One of those astronaut studies they make you do.
Mm-hmm. It's actually totally doable.
I did see a friend that applied for that because she thought it would be funny. Mm-hmm. She hasn't heard back yet.
Oh.
But, all right, what else?
Well, this deadline, December 6th. And lastly, I know how to figure out if your relationship is going to last. I saw this thing that said your friends know best. It was a study done by Purdue University, and it found that a woman's friends, if they kept a record of everybody that she was dating, and then you went back and got the friend's opinion, they always knew if it was going to last or not. And so I just thought, Bobby, you probably just need my opinion for anybody that you're dating.
I get your opinion already all the time.
And I'll know if it's going to last or not.
Plenty. I get your opinion.
And then, but I don't really know for sure what the update is on your dating life.
It's good. Not today, folks.
Sorry,
well, you have
Coach.
1, 2, 3, 4. You have 6 friends right here.
We'll tell you.
That could tell you. And then you'll really know.
I don't understand your question.
Well, if you give us an update on where you are with dating.
But I don't think it's just dating. I think if you're with someone, the friends can tell you if it's going to work or not. I don't think if you just meet somebody, that's not the point of that story.
Oh, we're good.
No,
we're
you're
that
not
good.
Okay.
But you'll give us an update.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Here's the update.
Here we go.
No, there's no update.
Crickets.
All right, is that it, Amy?
Yeah, maybe that's my pile.
There you go.
That was Amy's pile of stories.
All right, Justin Moore, the ones that didn't make it back home now. If you guys want to call and be part of the show, you are welcome to. Questions, comments, follow-ups, 77 Bobby. That's our phone number.
Reba McEntire is going to be in a movie. It's called Spies in Disguise, and she's voicing the character of Joy, and it's coming out on Christmas Day.
A cartoon, right?
Yes.
Have you heard of Spies in Disguise?
No.
Okay. And it's coming out Christmas. Is it a big Pixar, Disney, one of the, because nobody else can afford Reba. Can you imagine what it costs to get
Right.
Reba in your cartoon? That's crazy. All right, Morgan, number 2. What else you got?
Casey Musgraves will be featured on the Frozen 2 soundtrack, and the song is called All Is Found.
For in this river, all is found. All is found.
Sounds a bit Civil War-ish.
It does, doesn't
I
it?
would listen to that. I mean, I'm not going to watch Frozen 2. I did have a friend hit me up this weekend and go, have you seen Frozen yet? Because she told me to months ago.
Oh, have you?
No. And she was like, it'll change your life.
No, that's not true.
No, she did say that. Who has seen Frozen?
I have.
Yes.
Did you guys love it?
No.
No.
Okay, there you go. But you're adults,
Correct.
and I'm not.
But there's some good kids movies out there. That one, just not my favorite.
Inside Out, your favorite?
One of the good ones.
That's the one in the brain, right?
Yes.
But the best, well, I've only seen like 3 ever, but Coco is my leader in the clubhouse.
Coco's
go.
great.
Is it the best? For adults, what's the best cartoon?
I think the Toy Story ones are pretty good.
You know, Eddie, I like Coco better than Toy Story.
Coco's great. It reminds you of me, huh?
No, it doesn't. It reminds me of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, Morgan, number 2, what else?
Forbes dropped their list of highest paid country stars. Luke Bryan came in first with $42.5 million.
Amy, you were right. Luke Bryan.
okay.
Let's do 5 to 1 at number. Do you have the top 5?
I do.
At number 5.
Kenny Chesney with $31 million.
Okay, number 4.
Blake Shelton with $32 million.
Now, does that count the voice money too?
Yes.
Okay. At number 3,
Keith Urban with $35 million.
he's doing okay. Okay,
Yeah,
all
not
right.
bad, not
Keith.
bad.
At number 2,
And Zach Brownband with $38.5 million.
and then Luke at number 1. I wonder how much ZBB has to split though.
Oh, yeah, it's the whole band.
It's a big band. So, okay, cool. There you go. And all that's money from not just touring, but everything else.
Everything that they do.
Luke got that American Idol money coming in.
Man.
Yeah.
Buddies.
All right, there you go. All right, Morgan, number 2, thank you.
Morgan number 2, that's your skinny.
All right, let's go over to Amy and get the Thanksgiving morning corny, which is up until Thanksgiving Day. It's all Thanksgiving jokes. Go ahead. The morning corny.
What do you call a turkey walking around the day after Thanksgiving?
What do you call a turkey walking around the day after Thanksgiving?
Lucky.
There you go. That was the morning corny. If you guys want to hop on, we'd love to talk to you. Erin in Texas has called us. Let's talk to her now. Erin, what's happening with you?
Hey, morning, studio.
Morning.
I was just wondering, Bobby, we saw your Insta story where you and Morgan, too, were doing that bouncing act, and we've been trying to do it all weekend, me and my husband, and we can't figure it out. Is there, like, a trick or something?
Well, I'll say this. On TikTok, I went viral. I got 1.6 million views.
Oh, wow.
On that?
On a video that Morgan number 2 and I did where I sit on her knees and we balance each other. It's like we're both levitating.
Yeah.
And it's the first time that I've ever put something up and it went viral that quick. So we go, as of right now, just from putting that up, like late Friday night, I got 1.6 million views.
Oh, that's crazy.
And what it is Morgan number 2 lays, she's not even laying. So imagine that her palms are on the ground and then her belly button's like pushing up toward the air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I sit on her knees and I put my feet behind her arms and then you balance and all of a sudden you're both floating. It looks like you're floating. There is no trick to it, Aaron, except for it's just a balancing thing. It's on my TikTok at Mr. Bobby Bones. I'm not sure everybody has TikTok that listens. Only people 12 and below have TikToks.
And you.
And me. But there's a picture of it though on my Instagram, Mr. Bobby Bones.
It is.
There is no trick. It's just Morgan number 2. Is there a trick to that?
No, there was no trick. It was
But-
really difficult, too.
But you and Eddie were trying to do it, and y'all
Oh, God.
couldn't do it?
We failed 20 times.
Okay.
Not we, Eddie.
So there's gotta be-
there's a common denominator here.
Right. I mean, there's something to it.
Yeah. The trick is we both were just like, all right, let's counterbalance our weight.
Strong core, maybe.
Yeah, possibly, or just sense of balance.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Bobby Bones, see my Instagram there. My What's the Haps was going to be, I went viral on TikTok, but we'll do What's the Haps coming up in a minute. Thank you, Aaron, for the call. If you guys also want to hop in, 877-77 Bobby. We'll do Kenny Chesney, All the Pretty Girls, Bobby Bones Show. We also have Matt Stell, Prayed for You, coming up. And if you're in Louisville, we'll be there Friday night. Eddie and I will be the Raging Idiots. in Louisville. RagingIdiots.com. Get your tickets. We'd love to see you guys.
Hey, what's the Haps?
What's the haps with you?
So my dog has had a cone on his head, and he had eye surgery, and the vet's like, leave it on for a week. Well, I just got annoyed with it. I took it off of him after 5 days, which is probably fine. Because I feel like it's like an oil change. Like,
But how long did the vet say?
well, he said a week.
Okay. and-
But I was on for like 5 days, and I was like, I'm just tired of this cone. He's tired of the cone. We're both tired of the cone. 5 days was enough time for that eyeball to heal up, I felt. So I took it off of him. It was great, right? So we hung out all weekend because Eddie and I did a show in Las Vegas Friday night, but I was back Saturday, all day yesterday. Living life. But here's the thing. I have to give him this medicine still for his eye. And so I give him this half a pill twice a day. And then the vet gave me sedatives to give him if he was a little too anxious and bouncing around while being injured, because you don't want something to rip out because he's going nuts. I don't think he needs the sedatives anymore, but I still give him one. Is that bad? Because I like it when he's more relaxed.
Oh. I mean, I guess it's okay until you run out. But don't keep
like I'm still
refilling
within the prescription.
Right, as long as you're within the prescription. But
And
then
I'm
you're
not
gonna
sure he
get
needs them.
used to
Again, I'm
him.
not sure he needs them, but he's so much better when he's just like chilling.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I just think that you're going to get used to him being that way.
I know, it's awesome.
And then you're going to get addicted to it, and you're going to try to refill the prescription or go on the black market. And that's where we draw the line.
Well, I'm not going to do either one of those.
Okay.
But
Because, I mean, he can't, poor guy. What if in his brain he's like, why is he paralyzing me like this?
I think he likes it. I wish somebody forced sedatives in me. But for everybody asking, he's doing great. No cone. You can see on my Instagram his first no cone picture. And he is slowly on the mend back up to decent health.
How much does he weigh now? And
I don't
how,
know.
But do you know how big he's supposed to get?
1 million pounds because he keeps growing and his paws are still too big. He's a
my
bulldog.
gosh.
But
Yeah, we get to see him tomorrow. I'm excited.
yeah. Oh,
Is he
boy.
going to be normal or?
I'm gonna sedate the
sedative?
crap out of him for the dinner. I'm gonna put sedative. I have so many from the dog. You're all getting it in your plates
Oh,
without
great.
knowing.
Oh,
It's
everyone's
going to be the chillest
getting it.
party
Yeah,
ever.
everybody. All right. Hey,
Hey, what's the Haps?
Amy, what's up?
So I go to Target way more because my dad's little assisted living place is right next to a Target. And so now I'm like full blown Target. I got the Target app. I'm all in, which is amazing. I didn't even know this, but when you're checking out, sort of too, like when you're at Whole Foods, if you have an Amazon app, like stores, they just ask you to pull up your app and they scan it and boom, you have instant savings. I had no idea.
So all the coupons are built into the phone and the app.
Yes. And so that's so much easier than having to know like what, and they scan. I mean, it's so easy. So I'm glad I got the app. I've put off getting the app for like a couple years just because I didn't want to spend more money than I need to. But it's actually saving me a little bit of money. And Target has the cutest clothes right now.
Amy came in this morning and I was like, "Hey, that's a cute jacket. Is that vintage?" She's like, "No, I got it at Target, $29."
Yes.
Yeah, like today she was rocking a jacket.
So yeah, if you're looking to do some Christmas shopping, I would hit up Target right now.
It's a sweet Barry Manilow T-shirt you have on.
Oh, this was free $99. I got it from my friend Bobby, who probably paid a pretty penny for it.
And we wear the same T-shirt size.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
little
crazy.
tighter on me than it is her. It's a little big on you. But yeah, that's like a 1981 tour T-shirt, Barry Manilow.
Yes.
How many Barry Manilow songs can you name?
Oh, fill me up, buttercup.
No.
No, I wanna rock with you.
That's Michael
No.
Jackson.
What is it again?
That's a Copa.
Copacabana.
You should
Yes.
know 2 songs though if you're
But
gonna wear an
no.
artist shirt.
No, that's if I buy the shirt myself. If it's gifted to me, I don't need to know anything.
Mandy, you came and you left without saying, but in time is a day, oh man. You know that song?
Oh, Mandy.
There you go. All right, good. Looks like we made it.
That's Shania.
No.
Look how far we've come, my baby.
baby.
No, that's a different song. No.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute.
I write the songs. Anyway, hey, there you go, Amy. Hey.
Hey, what's the Haps?
Lunchbox?
Oh, man, I felt baby number 2 kick for the first time this weekend. We were watching some TV, and my wife was like, oh, baby's kicking, baby's kicking. Every time she says that, I put my hand there, baby stops kicking. But we were watching TV, and it was kicking along, and I was like, man, that was pretty cool.
How old is the baby?
Baby is, I guess, 24 weeks tomorrow.
Wow.
So we're getting there quick. I mean, March 10th is going to be here before we know it. It is creeping up, and we have nothing prepared. We have a bassinet, and that's about it, and hand-me-down clothes.
That baby number 2, you probably feel like you got it though, huh?
Yeah, I feel like we got it under control because we've done one so far, and we have clothes from the first one. All we need to buy is diapers and I guess that's about it.
Hey, what's the hatch?
Eddie, wrap us up here.
So, like Bones said, we did go to Vegas this weekend for a Raging Idiot show, and I did something at the Vegas airport that I'd never done before. I played a slot machine before my flight.
It was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't do any. And Eddie's like just jonesing to gamble.
Yeah, because I hadn't gambled at all. I was like, there's a slot machine calling my name right there. So I put $10 in it, doubled my money. Woo! And like a smart gambler, I cashed out, and we headed home.
Was it time to board?
He started yelling like he won $1,000.
Bones, how early was it?
It was so early. We're all like, "What is happening?" We started. He goes, "Whoa!" And
It was the Wheel of Fortune. And it's
everyone is so tired where we are, and they're all like, "He better have won $1,000 to be this loud." And he's like, "I won $20." It was fun. Though.
It was
That's
a
good.
win.
Hey, what's the hatch?
Hey, I'm gonna grab some calls, and also a guy's proposing to his girlfriend, and something bad happens. He didn't die. No.
Okay.
Nothing like
Because I
that.
picture him falling off.
No. Something bad happens within the proposal that kind of ruins the proposal.
Okay.
So we'll also throw it out there in a minute. What went wrong during your proposal? We've hit this before, but not everybody can get through. But we'll do that coming up too. 877-77 Bobby. When I tell you what he did, you're gonna laugh out loud.
Okay.
Everybody's safe, but what he did was pretty stupid. All right. A guy proposed to his girlfriend while surfing because they're both surfers, and he drops the ring in the water.
Oh.
Yeah, that stinks. His name is Christopher Garth. He had gone out surfing with his girl Lauren, and he had the ring in his pocket while riding a wave.
I mean,
He knelt down on one knee while she was surfing next to him and popped the question. Just as the ring slipped from his fingers, she said yes, and then the ring was no longer with them. I don't think they ever found the ring
in
the ocean.
Yeah. The odds are slim. You know how a surfboard, they have that little thing that you tie it around your ankle so you don't lose your board? He should have gotten a string and tied the ring around something.
Well, some people tied around their ankle. When I went to Hawaii last year with American Idol,
Yeah.
I didn't surf, but they were like, hey, you can go out and like ride on your stomach, or you can stand up paddleboard, and it had one of those. And I thought you tied it on your wrist. And so I had it tied to my
that's right.
wrist. And then I remember telling Kip Moore that in the studio because he's a surfer. He thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever heard. And I remember people were staring at me like, what? I thought, man, they're really digging my style here. I'm standing up paddleboarding the crap out of this thing. No, I just had it on the wrong part of my body.
Yep.
Never grew up around the ocean, though. I grew up in Arkansas. But we're talking about what went wrong at your proposal. Kelsey in Virginia is on the phone. Kelsey, what's happening with you?
Hi. My then boyfriend actually proposed at Disney World, and he ended up grabbing the wrong hand and putting the ring on the wrong hand.
So he went with your right hand. He put it on the wrong.
Yep.
And
That's funny.
Did you take that as a sign?
I didn't realize. I think I was just in shock until afterwards, and I was like, wait, it's on the wrong hand. So all of our pictures are with the right hand instead of the left hand.
That's cute.
Oh, that's okay. So the pictures would definitely be a thing. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if maybe you put it on the wrong hand, so it was the wrong guy. I didn't think a sign. Okay, but you guys are still together?
Yeah, everything's fine. Yes, we are, sir.
Are you married?
We're getting married next year.
Okay. Well, hey, congratulations, and appreciate you calling the show.
Thank you.
All right. See you later. Let's go over to Chris in Florida. Here we go. Hey, Chris, how are you?
Good morning, studio.
Morning.
So this was actually 32 years ago. My boyfriend and I had gone into New York City, and he planned this great horse-drawn carriage ride through Central Park, and we're sitting on the carriage, and I'm all excited, and we get through the whole park, and nothing happens, and then we go out to dinner, and nothing happens. So I'm kind of like, what's going on? So we get back to the hotel, and he comes over to me and gets on one knee, and he goes, I was going to propose to you, but I was afraid that somebody was going to jump out of the bushes or through the trees and steal the ring. So will you marry me?
Wait, so he felt like you were going to get...
Like every
Like
cool
Ja-
spot in New York City thought you get mugged.
You believe
Yeah,
the movies.
yeah. Well, it was 32 years ago, so.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, he's really believing the sitcoms, right?
Oh, yes. I would say, yeah, when we went on our honeymoon, he made me leave the rings home because he was afraid that, they might get stolen.
I mean, it must be a big ring.
This guy, he's scared. Are you guys still together?
Yes, 32 years and 8 kids,
Are
8
you-
grandkids.
Eight?
Wow. Wow.
Holy cow.
And grandkids.
Well, I appreciate that
Yes,
call,
yes.
Chris. Congratulations.
Are you allowed to wear your ring now?
Yes, I am allowed to wear my ring now. Yes.
Okay.
Chris, have a great morning. Thanks for calling.
You too. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Kendall in Florida, you're on the Bobby Bones Show. What happened with you? Proposal that kind of went wrong. Go ahead.
So it wasn't necessarily during the proposal. So I was on a cruise, and my husband proposed on a helicopter pad. And immediately after, he ended up getting the norovirus and started profusely vomiting. And I thought he was having second thoughts, but that ended up not being the case. He ended up having the norovirus. He ended up being quarantined for 24 hours in the room. So that's kind of our story to how he proposed.
Oh my gosh.
That's hot.
It was not fun.
She was like,
Yeah, so you get engaged and then you think, maybe he didn't want to do this.
yeah, he's so nervous.
Yeah, I thought that's why, because we had the formal dinner right after, and we were at the table, and he looked really queasy, and I wasn't sure if everything was okay. And then he ran away from the table into the bathroom, and I followed him, and that's where he started vomiting, and we ended up having to they have a clinic on the cruise, and they quarantined him for an entire day.
Wow.
Did you get in with him?
No, I didn't. I ended up enjoying the rest of my cruise.
Kendall, appreciate that story. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, see you later. Hey, yeah, thanks for all the calls. Appreciate those. Thomas Rhett, 16, Bobby Bones Show. Glad you guys could hang out with us and spend your morning with us. You could be a lot of places, but you're with us, and we appreciate that. Thank you. An update to the surfing story, to where the guy dropped the ring in the ocean, and that became a story, but then they found out later that that was a joke, that he actually hid the real ring back on the beach.
Okay, so he's not as.
So he's not as dumb. But that doesn't mean some of our listeners didn't have crappy things happen to them.
Yeah, I know. It's still good.
Let's go over to Emily in Arkansas, who's on the phone. Hey, Emily, thanks for calling the show. What's going on?
No problem. I was just calling about a proposal kind of fail.
Yeah, what happened with you?
What went wrong? So we love Branson, Silver City. We have a favorite ride. It's called Outlaw Run. And we've been together almost 6 years. And so I thought, okay, he just came home from deployment. He might propose, But I wasn't really sure. And so we went to Branson. We get on our favorite ride. And he, did something with his hands. And I thought, oh, my gosh, he made an obscene gesture. So when we stopped, I said, did you make an obscene gesture? And he was like, oh, what? No, what? You'll just have to see the picture. And I was like, okay. So we get in there, and the pictures are down. And he had held up the empty ring box because, he's not going to hold the ring out, hoping that it would pivot to a proposal.
Oh, so he was timing that picture out with the ring box, but then the pictures were broken?
Yes.
Oh,
that
man.
stinks. So then what
he
happened?
Still did propose.
Yeah.
We got into the gift shop, and I said, the Lord's sparing us, the pictures are down. And he was like, yeah.
Oh, no. Just deflated him.
Yeah, so he kind of stalled in the gift shop, and then we walked out, and he got down on one knee, and he said, I know you've been looking forward to this for a long time. The pictures were down, but this is what I held up, and I was like, what? So,
That's a funny story.
So he really tried.
Yeah, he did try.
I got to give him props.
All right, well, hey, thank you for that call. And you guys are still together?
No problem. Oh, yes, of course.
How many years?
It's been almost 6 years.
All right, there they are.
So we'll get married in 2021.
Oh, wait. You haven't been. Wait,
what? When did he propose?
When was this?
About September. It was in September.
Oh, this year.
Yes.
Oh, and they're getting married in 2021.
In 2 years?
What's
the holdup?
Yeah, what's happening?
We actually are moving to California next year.
Yeah.
He's getting out of the military, and so we just have so much coming up. We're listing the house, getting out of the military. We have a cruise, so it's already been 6 years that we've been together. So it's all right.
You get those military benefits. What do you want in on that?
No, it's okay.
Well, tell him we said thanks for serving, but also, let's go. Move this thing along a little faster. Yeah, a little bit of both. Let's go.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, but also, yeah. Let's get this thing going. Hey, appreciate that story, Emily. Have a great day.
You too.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thank you, guys. We'll come back. We do have Tell Me Something Good on the way. Facebook is usually negative. It's a lot negative. I can't even go look at it sometimes.
It's very negative.
But I have a story where it was actually used for something awesome. And so we'll get to that coming up in a minute, too. Thank you. Goodbye. Let's go over to Justin in Wichita. Justin, what's happening, bud? Thanks for calling the show. Go ahead.
Good morning, studio.
Morning.
That's awesome. So, Bobby Bones, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, man?
So, a couple months ago, you went to Ireland on a trip. I was wondering if that was when you filmed Bear Grylls Running Wild.
No, I went
and
to
the Ireland trip
I went
was just a setup.
No. I went to Ireland because I went by myself and I didn't have anybody to go with. And it was, Bear Grylls, I went to Norway.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I don't know, 3 months or so ago. I just didn't say where I was going straight up. So, no, Ireland wasn't a cover because I posted pictures when I went to Ireland. But I went to, like, northern Norway and almost died.
What's it called there? The what?
The fjords.
The fjords.
Under the fjords of Norway. And my episode's in January, and I can't wait for everybody to see it because I'm going to tell you. So I go, like, rock climbing yesterday, fake rock climbing at a rock climbing center.
Like inside.
Inside, yeah.
Right.
And look at my hand. I like tore a little bit of my hand.
I was wondering what that Band-Aid was.
What?
I got binky hands.
After all that? After all hanging out with bears?
Those little rubber rocks?
Yeah.
They're not rubber rocks. It's not like...
Okay, plastic?
So this is what happened. So a girl calls me and goes, hey, let's go rock climbing. And I was like, that sounds fun. Why not? Let's go rock climbing. So I meet her and we go rock climbing, except she's a lot better than I am.
Oh.
And I don't care, but she's like, all up the rocks. And I'm like, great. And so I'm okay. I'm okay to pretty bad. That's kind of my range. And so I'm up and I like tear my hand.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, by tear my hand, I mean, it's just barely. I'm such a wimp. And I'm climbing these rocks. But here's what happened. I get to the it starts to feel like that Bear Grylls episode. And I really have a minor freak out moment. There's a part of this show, and Eddie has seen it.
Uh-huh.
It's really scary for me. The most scared I've ever been in my life was during this Bear Grylls episode when I was on top of something having to go. And doing the rock wall yesterday.
You had a flashback?
Big time. And I felt my heart go like that. There only been a couple times in my life where I thought I might die. One of them was during this Bear Grylls show. And I had a little flashback yesterday climbing this rock wall. I shouldn't say too much about what happened on the show, but
it's incredible.
It stunk yesterday. And I had to take a minute because I was kind of with her. And I was like, ooh, I need a second.
Did you explain to her?
Nope. I just made a couple jokes. We kind of walked around a little bit. It was tough. It was tough.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I didn't think it was affecting me that much. But I got to the top of the wall and I didn't want to let go.
Wow.
I was like, oh no. I didn't even get to let me not lie. And I think about it. I got like 3/4 up because
And
I couldn't
how
make
high
it
is
to the
that?
top. Not very high. Not very high. But I wasn't very good at the rock wall. I got up some of them, but not all of them.
At what point did you get a Band-Aid?
Well, at the end of the day.
After you went home, right?
Well, I went to act like I needed my shoe fixed. And I was like, do you guys have anything to fix my hand? And they just gave me some tape. They were just wrap it up. And I did, and it didn't work very well. But it's good.
Maybe she was into that.
It's hard to be into wimps, just for no other reason. I'm just a wimpy guy. And as soon as I had like a little bitty cut, I was kind of done.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, I'm just going to hang out. We'll just talk. Yeah. Justin, that's the deal, though. No, I went to Ireland by myself, and then I went to Norway for Bear Grylls, and I almost died on that show. And hopefully you'll watch it in January. January.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I've been watching it, and I watched Brie Larson. That's what made me think of it. So I thought it's all nice.
All right, bud. Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
All right, see you later. Let's go to Anthony in Boston, who's on the phone. Anthony, what's going on with you?
What's going on, Bobby?
You're on the air in Boston. What do you want to say, man?
I just wanted to say I just appreciate the whole show. I love you guys. I listen to you guys every morning at work. You guys start my day off right. And I just wish there was a lot more people like you, Bobby. I love how you give back and just a very outgoing and awesome guy.
But what about how wimpy I am? Let's talk about that, Anthony. I just told you. I tried to go rock climbing. I got a boo-boo on my hand. I'm in here with the Band-Aid that's far too big. Like, basically, my hand's wrapped all the way for, like, a tiny cut. Like, are we sure we need more people like me, Anthony?
Hey, man, we need people like you, and then we need, I guess, tougher guys if you want to call yourself a wimp.
All right, Anthony. I appreciate that call, bud.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good day. That's nice. Call us if you want, 877-77-BOBBY. Hey, Raymundo, I'm getting a bunch of texts here asking about how the Garth concert was this past weekend. Do you want to talk about that later?
Absolutely.
You went to see Garth in Knoxville?
Yep. 80,000 strong, baby.
Was it awesome?
Oh, it's so loud. At times you had goosebumps. It's one of those crowd type environments. When it's just being there in the stadium, it's worth it. You don't see that on TV. I got to see that in 3D.
All right, I'm anxious to hear about his Garth Brooks experience. We'll do Chris Jansen Good Vibes first. Check it out, Bobby Bones Show. Hit us up if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. 7 in 10 parents admit they've sent their sick child to school. What do you think about that?
I could see how you just want to hope they're not sick and cross your fingers, and because then it affects your whole day. Like you either have to stay home from work or take off from work or figure out what you're gonna do with them. So I could see where maybe you're just in denial and you do it. I hope that parents don't like legit do it on purpose. Like if your child has a fever, I mean, I had to pick up Stashira from school early one day last week. She threw up and she didn't have a temperature and she ended up being fine, but we had to go grab her and take her home.
What was that about? I remember you saying that.
I don't know. I mean, she ended up her stomach was really upset the rest of the day, but luckily it never went any further and she went back to school the next day.
Is that the first time she had to come out of school for illness?
Mm-hmm. And Stevenson saw that she got to go home. And so now he's like, is that all it takes? He's like, my stomach hurts. I'm like, nobody, you got to stay in school. She threw up.
One of the main reasons is because parents can't afford to stay home and
Yeah.
take the child. They can't miss work. So school attendance is super important. But also, I mean, if your kid's sick, you don't want to send them for a couple of reasons. One, for their sake, but two, for the other kids there too. And so oftentimes a sick child doesn't even make it to a full day of school with the parents having to go back and pick them up anyway. But yeah, they say 7 out of 10 parents. Eddie, you have 4 kids. How many are in school?
3.
So your 2 kids and your 1 foster kid are in school.
Correct. And then the baby is 9 months old, so he stays home.
Yeah.
But I've done it before. And it's not purposefully, but I've sent my kids to school sick, just kind of with sniffles or whatever, or they got like
Like there's a line. There's a line you would, like, if you're kind of sick, you send them, but if
Right.
they're really sick, you don't.
Like Amy said, when there's a fever, like, no way, you just can't do that. But I've done it before. I feel like every parent's done it.
You look like you're proud of it, actually.
I mean, because I feel like I'm not alone.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
think
7
he's
and
alone.
10.
Yeah.
I was looking at your Instagram, Amy, where your son was doing an impression of you,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like,
Saw
my back,
He's
my
like-
back hurts.
Yeah.
That is,
Dad, will you rub my back? Or I guess he was referring to my husband. But I guess he hears me say that a lot or walk like that a lot around the house. And so, yeah, now I know how he'll remember me.
but your back still isn't good.
It's getting better. I'm doing certain exercises and I have a brace. It's really helping it, but sometimes it just feels worse than others. So he probably sees a lot of that at home. Like in the beginning of the day, like the mornings for me are rough because it's not warm. But
I wonder if this is chronic in the whole rest of your life because you fell at the airport when you stepped on ice, that your back is always going to hurt you.
yeah, I don't know. From the x-rays that were taken, it seems like it's going to be pretty chronic, but there's physical therapy that I can do to help it, which is what I'm trying to do.
Like the chronic injuries are tough. Have never had one, but for a while when I hurt my beehole and I had to go to the doctor, and,
Yeah.
and I'm healed up now, like 99%, which is good.
Good for you.
But they were like, it's chronic because you keep using it. Same thing with your back. It's hard to fix it all the way
Right.
because you keep using it. It's
But
not-
I've learned certain exercises that irritate it, like certain workouts that I used to do, I can't do. Or like I went to yoga the other day with a friend that's a yoga instructor, but it was helpful to have her there with me because she knew where my pain was. And she told me, don't do X, Y, and Z. And so in the middle of class, she would look at me and say, don't do that, don't do that. And I was like, oh, because to me, it would make sense for me to be able to do that. But that's something that could irritate it. So just learning how to manage it.
By the way, her friend is my ex-girlfriend.
Right. I caught that.
Yeah.
You could have come too. You were
Oh, no.
busy.
Whoa.
You were busy working. You could have come to yoga, I mean.
Yeah, I was busy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to pay the bills. yeah. Hey, thank you guys for hanging out. You could be anywhere, but you're with us. We appreciate that. In a minute, we'll get to maybe what you are doing that's making you sick and you don't even realize it.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe you too, Amy.
Oh,
Probably you. Not me, but probably you. Okay?
interesting.
We'll come back to that in a few minutes. I do want to throw up a 60-second showdown, though. Let's see. Why don't we play with Brittany in Nashville? Hey, Brittany.
Hey, how's it going?
You pretty good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm heading to work today. It's going to be my last day for my week, and then I'm off.
What kind of job do you have where you're off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays?
I'm a flight nurse.
A flight nurse or a fight nurse?
flights, like in a helicopter.
Oh, wow.
Wait, do you actually go up in the helicopter?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then what happens? Like somebody's hurt, you help them, you put them in, like you're basically a paramedic, but in the sky?
So, yeah, we have a paramedic and a nurse, and we either go to hospitals if they need like a higher level of care. We'll take them to a bigger hospital, or if it's a bad like accident and the ground ambulance calls us, we'll go to that scene and we'll pick up a patient from there and transport them to like a trauma center.
Wow, what a job. Are you so stressed out at your job?
No, I love my job.
I guess it would be, you have to do it because you love helping people, right? To do what you do, that's a people job.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 100%.
I just feel like I would be stressed out all the time. Like the pressure is always on. Well, good for you for not feeling like that, because if you're stressed out, you're not working at your highest capacity. Okay, we'll play the game. Let's see. I kind of want her to win now.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't even told her the categories yet. Okay, so what's going to happen is, Brittany, is I'm going to give you 3 categories. You pick your category first. Famous dogs on TV and in movies. Okay, so famous dogs, okay? The second category is Friends, the TV show.
Ooh.
The third category... Hold on. There's still one more. The third category is history.
Oh.
So you have Friends, the TV show, famous dogs, or history. Which one would you like?
Let's do famous dog.
Okay. So I have 10 questions here for you. If you get them all right in 60 seconds, you win $100 of my money. And if you don't, you don't. But it is fun anyway, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So you can pass anytime. We'll come back to it. Even if you miss it, we'll come back to it, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready to play the 60-second showdown? Yes. Say yes.
Yes.
Or her. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
I get a little ahead of myself. The first question, the timer starts when I'm done with the first question. Here we go. Question number 1. Famous dogs, by the way, is the category. Famous dogs. What movie starred Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston as they adopted a yellow lab?
Marley and Me.
Correct. What's the name of the Tanner's family dog in Full House?
Ooh, pass.
What TV show is about a smart and fearless collie that performs a series of heroic tasks?
Lassie.
Correct. What kind of dog was Air Bud?
A lab.
Incorrect. Based on the novel, what film stars Diane Lane and John Cusack? What's a dog film?
Oh, pass.
Named after the famous composer, what St. Bernard dog brings together the Newton family with his loving nature?
Beethoven.
Correct. What's the name of the American children's book series about a giant red dog?
Giant red dog. Old Yeller?
Incorrect. What TV
Clifford.
No, we gotta come back to it. What TV show was about an orphan boy, Rusty, and his German Shepherd as they traveled together to help soldiers?
Ooh, I don't know, pass.
What's the name of the toy wiener dog in the Toy Story movie?
Slink.
Ooh, she did okay.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
That was tough.
Oh, was it to you guys?
Yeah.
Some of them, yeah.
I'm looking at the questions, so obviously they're not as tough to me, and I feel like I would know them. Okay, you didn't win, but let's see how these other ones fell out. Let's see, Marley and Me, she got. The Tanner's family dog was...
What is that?
Comet.
Comet.
She got Lassie. Air Bud was a golden retriever. The 2005 dog film with Diane Lane and John Cusack is Must Love Dogs.
Oh.
That was a tough
Never
one.
heard of it.
She got Beethoven as the St. Bernard. The big red dog, she missed first.
She got it later.
But it's Clifford the big red dog.
Mm-hmm.
The orphan boy with the German Shepherd is Rin Tin Tin, The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin.
Oh.
Slinky is the wiener dog in Toy Story. And then the only question you didn't get to is the Cocker Spaniel and a streetwise mutt that fall in love, which is
Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp. You didn't win, but you know what? We like you anyway.
Yeah.
There she is. Brittany, would you like to give a shout out to anybody? Your consolation prize, you have about 8 seconds of airtime to say whatever you want. Go ahead.
I just want to say hi to my family in Missouri. I miss y'all, and I love you guys.
4 more seconds.
Anyone else?
That's it.
That's it. There she is.
Yay.
Brittany in Nashville. Brittany, thank you so much. Better luck next time, okay, friend?
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, here's your number one song in country music this week. Even Though I'm Leaving from Luke Combs here on the Bobby Bones Show. Lauren in Arkansas, you're on the Bobby Bones Show. What's going on with you?
Hey, not too much. Just headed to work. I wanted to call and talk about your date from yesterday, and I had a story about one myself.
Wait, what do you want to talk about? What part of that story?
The wimpy, how you said that you were a wimp from it.
Well, if I can also say this, she didn't know that I was being wimpy. Like I was climbing a rock wall and I got boo-boo in my hand, and I never was like, I got boo-boo in my hand. Just didn't climb that much anymore. So I didn't outwardly show how wimpy I am, even though it still hurts. And it's only a little bitty tear. But I'm not known as a guy that uses his hands a whole lot, you know?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You tell me your story now.
Okay, so my ex-boyfriend and I went on a date one time, and we went through a walking trail here in Little Rock. And we were on our way back to our car when we came across a snake on the path. And he turned around and ran screaming away like a little girl. And I was the one that was standing there going, oh, snap, what am I going to do? And so I waited until it, slithered off the path. And then I was like, okay, you can come back. We can head to the car now. And then the rest of the way, he basically ran to the car because he was afraid he would see another one.
Did you judge him and hold that against him?
Needless to say, it's been a story that all of my friends have definitely heard. Because I was the one who was brave enough to stand there and wait for it to go by.
This poor guy.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with what he did.
He doesn't like snakes. We all have things that trigger us and trigger our fears.
Snakes is a common one.
Again, and I'm not scared of snakes, but I can see where someone would be just super afraid of snakes. And you dumped him because of that, or what?
No. I didn't dump him because of that. No, it was just a story that definitely stuck. And
But it was a factor. It was a factor because you were like, and he's also a wimp, right? When you dumped him, you were like, and he's a weenie.
Well, there was that, deep down, there was one of those reasons, yes. But yeah, my friends, they were all just like, he should have at least stood there with you and waited, but he was the one that ran away.
He reacted.
But what do you say, Bobby? We should respond, not react.
But when something happens,
different.
yeah,
Snake.
when you feel like your life is threatened, and again,
respond.
I'm not even scared of snakes. I'm just taking out for wimpy guys everywhere. But all right, I guess that's okay, Lauren. A little bit. I feel like that's kind of rude, but okay, you be you. Hey, I appreciate that call though. Thank you very much.
Yeah, y'all have a great day.
Yeah, you too. See you later. I'm gonna play Dylan Scott. We'll get to the things that are making you sick that you don't even know you're doing. Raymundo's Garth Brooks concert review and talk. We'll do that. And Morgan number 2's show samplers at stores are covered in diseases.
Why?
Because everybody's got their grubby paws in it.
Oh, I thought you meant the people that pass out samples.
Well, they probably are too.
The samplers.
I think everybody probably is covered in diseases.
Okay.
Everybody. A new study examined the makeup samplers in stores and found that they're covered in mold, E. coli, staph, and MRSA, even herpes.
Oh, no bueno.
So before you go and try lipstick or eyeshadow from the makeup counter, remember this. That'd be a really bad way to get an STD.
Yeah.
There are better ways. You don't want it, but there are better ways. And a team from the NBC affiliate in Charlotte, North Carolina, took a department store makeup sampler to a lab and had it tested.
Ugh.
They grabbed 10 different types of makeup, lipstick, mascara, eyeshadow, blush, and all those things that I told you, including MRSA, staph infection, herpes.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I know that sometimes I'm guilty, but here's the thing. They give you a little, like if it's lipstick, there's a little brush, disposable, that you get, and you're supposed to brush on that and then put it on your lips.
Do you ever go into the sampler and use it?
Yes, but with a brush. But so you're telling me other people
interesting.
put it straight to their mouth.
Maybe, yeah, who knows what's happening.
Ugh.
Morgan number 2, ever do this?
No, absolutely not.
But not even with a disposable brush?
No, I just don't touch them. I'll just be like, I'll buy it, and maybe I'll just like return it or recycle it or something.
That MRSA is such a bad deal. When I met Eddie, he was in the hospital. He almost died from it.
True story.
So you were in North Carolina.
Yeah, I was in North Carolina for a wedding, and I got one of those things on my leg. It was an abscess, and It was MRSA, and I went to Duke Hospital for a week.
They kept him in the hospital for a week.
Yeah, but how did you get it? Do you know?
I'd had
Makeup,
no
blush on his leg.
The sampler at the makeup store. No, they never really told me. They said I could have gotten it anywhere.
Oh, wow. Because I know it's caught like locker rooms. And then if you're already in the hospital and you have an open wound, stuff like that, it happens. But I just didn't know.
Yeah, do you don't know how you got it?
Like,
No, they could never figure it out. I mean,
so
it was just
crazy.
kind of, I had it for 2 years, basically.
How sick did you get? Like, how worried were they about you?
That was the worst. It was getting pretty big. Usually it's like a quarter size thing, and then it just kind of spread into like a softball size thing on my leg.
Did they think they'd have to like cut your leg off or anything?
No, they just, like I said, I had it for 2 years, so no antibiotic was killing it at that point. My body was resistant to every antibiotic, so they were just pumping me with every single one that could possibly attack it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And in the hospital for a week. Did you get that bill?
I did, but I think I had good insurance at that
Just
time.
ran from it?
Yeah, I don't remember
He's
that
still on
bill.
the run. He's like, don't talk about this anymore. Let's go to Tasha in Austin. Hey, Tasha, what's happening with you?
Hello.
Hey, you're on the air.
Hi. I want to tell you, I've been listening to y'all for 10 plus years, and we went to the Raging Idiot show in Austin, and I had an absolute blast. And Bobby, we tried to stick around to meet y'all as long as we could, but they kicked us out because we didn't have the passes. So we tried. But anyways, I wanted a review from Amy on the Peloton treadmill to know if I need to get the weights and the stretchy bands and the whole 9 yards, or just the treadmill itself.
What do you think about that?
Well, Bobby got me the full package, so I got the weights and the stretchy bands. And I will say that to me, it's awesome to I didn't have weights at home before that. Well, besides like my 2-pound little dumbbells, but I recommend getting it because there's boot camp classes on there, and you'll need the weights for that.
Okay, perfect.
By the
Okay,
way,
awesome.
not a commercial. We didn't
No.
tell you to call in, did we, Tasha?
No, you didn't tell me to call in. I've just been wanting one ever since she got one. I looked them up, and I'm like, oh, man, I really want a treadmill, and that was like a great one to get.
It's so convenient. Like it's like the best gift. So thank you, Bobby.
You got to be careful with treadmills, though, because I buy stuff sometimes, I never use it again.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, I bought a pool table, never used it. Bought a treadmill, never used it. I used it for like a week. I got really excited about it, and then it turned into just laying clothes all over it.
I would say I use mine every day.
You do?
Pretty
Good.
much,
Good,
yeah.
Good. Let's go over to Morgan number 2. Oh, hey, you got something else, Tasha?
No, I was just going to say, when y'all come back to Austin, maybe I'll get to meet y'all finally ever.
Okay, you got it. We'll come to your house.
All right, sounds
All right.
good.
Okay,
All right,
Y'all
bye.
have a good one.
See you later. By the way, we'll be in Louisville and Birmingham this weekend. Eddie and I will be Friday, Louisville, Birmingham, Saturday night. RagingIdiots.com if you want to come. Like the end of the tour. We're going to add 2 more dates in January. Don't want to say where yet.
Oh.
But it'd be great. Morgan number 2's got the show Skinny. Let's go.
The latest from the Bobby Bones Show.
Morgan number 2's Showcast Skinny.
Bobby had his Raging Idiots show in Las Vegas Friday night, and he also went out for a friend's going away party on Saturday night.
I have a friend who's moving to Europe. And I was like, all right, I'm in town. I'm going to go into this party, except it was at a bar. And there were so many people. All I kept thinking about is, I bet like 1/10 of these people are infected with the flu. It's flu season.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was talking, and so my drink at a bar it's now like 3/4 cranberry juice, 1/4 club soda. I'm not a drinker, and people leave me alone, and they're not like, oh, what are you drinking?
Mm-hmm.
It's like to stay out of that conversation. So it looks like a drink. I put a little lime on it. I'm drinking it. But this one dude I was talking to kept spitting all over me into my cup talking. He was a spitter. He'd be like, so the pickle went in the pickle. And like I could feel his spit going.
So you couldn't drink it.
No, as soon as he spit over me, I put it down. I was like, okay, I'm not drinking this with his spit in it. So I got another one, started drinking it. Here he comes back up again. Hey man, how's Peter Pan Boom? Picka packa packa. And I was like, oh. So I just avoided him the rest of the night because he was a spitter. But I know, it was just too many people. I'm not trying to get diseases.
Yeah.
It's like the makeup counter. I ain't trying to do that. But yeah, all I can think about was that many people. It was this place where it's like not a bowling alley, it's like a mini bowling alley. It was called Pins. You ever familiar with it?
No.
So, but it was a ton of people.
Sounds cute though. Do we
Looked
need
like
to...
a lot of people having a good time. But all I could think about was that a lot of them were sick and they shouldn't be out. All right, that's what I did.
And you talked to a spitter all night.
Yeah. What else, Morgan number 2?
Amy laid low over the weekend because her husband's face is still out of control, and they went to bed.
Injured, by the way.
Yeah.
Like he has a scar going down it. Yes.
Like he can't even sneeze because speaking of getting sick, like he's been sneezing, but he has to like sneeze with his mouth open. You would die. But if he like does too much with his face, he's scared that the stitches are gonna rip open. So he like sneezes everywhere.
Do an impression of a sneeze.
Like everywhere because he wants to keep everything like, you would die if you were near him when he sneezed because you would feel like you're getting all the diseases.
They also went to bed at 9 p.m. every night and house hunting over the weekend, and she also hung out with her dad.
Okay, there you go. What else?
Lunchbox's wife's birthday was this weekend, and they couldn't find a babysitter, so they didn't get to go see Garth Brooks.
Oh.
Dang.
Yeah, we got tickets on Thursday last minute, and so trying to hunt down a babysitter, we just couldn't get it done, so had to give the tickets away and didn't get to go. So her birthday of going to see Garth was more of, all right, let's go to dinner and go look at some holiday lights.
Is y'all's babysitter list short, or do you not trust a lot of people?
Oh, very short.
Oh,
Very short.
Well,
We don't
reach
know-
out to me. I know people.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was just like, I called the ones I knew and they couldn't do it. And I was like, well, oh well.
Eddie was crash dieting for the CMA Awards, but...
No, he wasn't.
But
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
He said
yeah.
he was, but he was secretly eating tacos.
Let
We
her
saw
finish,
him.
Let her finish,
We
Bones.
saw him.
Yeah.
She's got a story
He
to
was
tell.
like, I'm not having carbs, but
And
I'm
then
going to have
he's
a
eating
fried taco.
tacos.
Come on.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Morgan number 2.
But since then, he's gone out of control.
No, he was out of control before
Man.
then.
That crash diet doesn't work, Bones. You were right about that.
You never dieted.
I tried, man, and then after CMA, it was like pizza,
No,
fried chicken.
before CMAs, it was fried tacos.
That was one time, and it was one taco.
During your 24-hour
But your crash
fast.
diet was very short.
Quit judging me.
That's why stuff like that doesn't work, because
Yeah.
then you like just crave it all and you want to eat everything.
I get it.
Anything else to Eddie's story?
That's pretty much
No,
it.
he finished.
Eddie's so full of crap. Eddie's so full of crap. All right, Morgan number 2, thank you very much.
Yep.
All right, there you go. Sam Hunt, Ken Folks, Bobby Bone Show. If you guys want to hop on, questions, comments, feedback, 877-77-BOBBY. Sam Hunt, Ken Folks, now Bobby Bone Show. Tomorrow night's a big party at my house. So did a little work on it last night. Got a little more work to do today. And then Hillary had asked, and Hillary works in our glass room, what we're wearing. And so just dress nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, last year, yeah, we all dressed pretty nice. So
Nice.
same theme as do you remember
Sure.
last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year was just
Kinda
dress nice.
Cocktailish.
Well, I was asked, what's the dress code? I was like, I'll dress nice.
That's your house, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll take a picture. It's a holiday-ish party.
Yeah.
Why are you upset about that?
No, I just house party. You don't think dress up.
Well, you do if somebody gets all the food
It's
and
a
you
dinner
hire
party.
a musician. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
dinner party.
It's not
I forgot hired musicians. Right?
movie night.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're not showing up in jeans and t-shirts.
Okay.
So yeah, there is no official. By the way, everybody's RSVP except for Lunchbox.
Oh, was I supposed to RSVP?
Yeah, the initial because I don't know. And you know, Amy, what's weird is I never valued the RSVP until I started throwing parties myself.
Yeah.
And then it's all about you have to get enough for everybody and make sure everybody has specific things. And so yes, everybody is claimed in except for you.
Yeah, there was
Oh.
an email.
Because there was an email that said RSVP, so we know what to get.
Oh, my bad. I just thought it was assumed we were all going.
Okay.
No, that's why you RSVP.
Oh, sorry.
But did your wife get off work? I can't remember.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, so
Just reply to it. And well, Raymundo, you bringing Bay?
Yeah, she's so down. She wants to wear a little cocktail dress. I told her to.
perfect.
A little cocktail dress?
Perfect.
You know, a little black dress, what the girls do.
LBT.
And how did you guys have a good time
I
at
mean,
Garth over the weekend?
Oh my gosh, dude. 5 rows away.
How'd you get such good tickets to Garth Brooks?
Her dad hooked it up. He works with Garth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so anyways, I was so close. One time I kicked a beach ball. It went on stage and hit like a guitar player. I almost got bounced out of the joint.
Stop
I
it.
am serious. I would wave my hands and he would motion back at me. And then I voted for him.
Who motioned back at you?
Garth. I was doing my hands like this and he'd look down, give me a little wave. We were that close. And then I kept saying, because I voted for him for Entertainer of the Year, so I kept saying, we did it! We did it! You're Entertainer of a Lifetime! Going nuts, baby. I was a voter.
And did he respond to that?
I mean, he probably heard it. I was yelling.
Greatest concert you ever been to?
Most people, at times, it was almost louder when you're in a basketball arena because some of the noise was going up the top because it wasn't enclosed. But the amount of people, I mean, it sucked though, the lines, dude.
What do you mean?
30 minutes for a beer. Took me an hour to go to the bathroom one time. I missed the entire John Party set. I was in line for the beer.
So John Party was the surprise opener?
Was it a surprise?
I think so. I didn't know that.
Okay, we knew a little bit before, but yeah, he was the guy. And then obviously, people are saying, oh, I bet Kenny's going to come. Oh, do you think Blake's going to come? That started getting thrown around. So then everybody's waiting for a surprise guest. It's like, guys, stop that rumor. Just let it surprise us. But yeah, it was party before and then just Garth all night.
Love it.
How long did Garth play?
I'd say 2.5. Ooh. They said it was a little bit shorter of one of his shows.
Why, because it was cold?
Sometimes he goes past midnight. He might have had a curfew on that puppy. But yeah, it was cold. We were in Carhartts. I was wearing boots, camo. We were all bundled up. I thought it was going to snow at one point. And then he did Thunder Rolls, and they shot some stuff out, man. I thought it was snowing, raining, sleeting during Thunder Rolls. Like, and the Thunder Rolls. And the storm's coming in, dude. It was nuts, man. You don't get that inside concert. That's why you got to take those things to football stadiums.
That sounds like you guys had a good time.
Dude, and I didn't even really know her whole family was coming there. So, before I was getting a little tanked. And then, her sister, brothers there, mom, dad, cousins, everybody was there. I'm like, oh, I didn't know all of them were coming. But it was fun. Her dad came. We pre-partied, hotel party. Her dad tried White Claw for the first time. It was just kind of like an olive branch. He's like, hey,
so fun.
You like White Claw? I'll drink some White Claw with you. It was great, man. And then I had a little bit too much to drink, so I asked my one buddy, I said, is this the time you have to talk with the dad? And he goes, no, absolutely not.
Oh, so you were thinking about talking with her dad drunk?
No, I wanted to.
Your daughter, I like her.
We played way too many games of beer pong in the hotel, and so my buddy goes, no, don't do it this time. Wait for the back porch when you guys are chilling for Thanksgiving.
So now you're thinking about asking her dad for her hand in marriage on Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Why did she set it up?
The what?
Why doesn't she set up you and your dad?
No. He needs to do that.
No, but I'm saying she knows.
But her dad, no. If I'm the dad, I don't want my daughter setting up the meeting. Ray needs to do it.
But I'm saying it's so out there that we talk about it on the show. She's trying to do anything to get him to propose.
Do her parents listen?
No, her pops is working on the tractor right now. He doesn't listen to the show.
So, I get that seems okay because we talk about it all the time, but trust me, as the dad, no.
Yeah, and I don't want to make an appointment of it.
I think you're missing what I'm saying. If she was like, hey, Raymundo's going to come over, is it cool if he comes over at 5 p.m.? Like, it just sets up Raymundo going. I don't say why.
That's so scheduled, though. I want to do it on the slide. Just be
but dude, you've been not being able to do it on the slide. You're either drunk or you go to the house and he's not there.
Or it's too far of a drive.
Yeah.
20 minutes away.
This only happens once. Can I not just do it the cool guy way? Just when we're casually chilling with each other and then I bring it up?
Okay, so I'm going to be her dad. We're just sitting on the back porch, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just looking out into the woods.
Hey, man, will you hand me another beer?
There you go. Hey, there you go, bud.
It's a good beer. Hey, man, I wanted to talk to you real quick.
What's up?
You know I like your daughter a lot.
I like her. You guys have been together 6 years.
We have. And it's been a phenomenal time, and you know that.
Yeah.
Hey, do you like me?
Yeah, I think, I like you.
Okay, can I ask you this?
I almost consider you family already.
Awesome. Can I ask for your daughter's hand in marriage? Sir? Mr. Birdwell, sir.
Boy, right to it.
Are you alive, sir?
Right to it. This is okay. And that.
Do you like me?
Do you think I'm cute?
I said that when we were all partying. I go, you hate me, don't you?
But they know it's coming too, right?
I know. Yeah, they do.
They know it's coming. Okay. But Garth, what do you rate it?
5 thunderstorms out of 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
For Thunder Rolls.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I saw your Instagram when you guys did Thunder Rolls.
I tried to document as much as possible. Not a lot of people get to do something like that, so I definitely wanted to video it all.
I know, that's annoying. Whenever people post concerts, I just skip. I don't watch any of it. You get like 2 videos.
But I just did that for myself. I'm going to archive it when 40 years down the road. Hey, kids, look at this concert I went with your mom. Boom. And then they got all the video footage.
And they're like,
of it.
but Dad, Mom, why are you still not married?
I can't talk to her dad, son.
All right, Raymundo, it's a good story.
Yeah.
All right, one-man band from Old Dominion, now Bobby Bone Show. 877-77-BOBBY if you guys want to hit us up.